Hello everyone, I'm Master 11 and welcome back to Doki Within Remastered! The remastered playthrough, original Doki Within playthrough. I am redoing it with better quality and everything. I still have the old playlist up, so you can go check it out if you want to, with worse quality, but we're going to be playing through this mod again. We're very close to finishing it. I think I might finish it this weekend. I don't know, to be honest. Maybe, who knows? Anywho. Yeah, last time, things did not go too well. We lost Monika, so that was great. Yeah, we lost Monika, and now we are seeing what's going on with MC post those events. So, yeah, because we literally got a phone call from her roommate saying that Monika is gone. So, yeah, he's not doing okay. He's having, like, panic attacks, everything, and he's not okay. I unlocked the door and let both Sari and Natsuki in. Before I can say anything, though, Natsuki just comes up to me and hugs me tightly. Hey, Natsuki. I missed you. She's straight to the point. I look straight into her pink eyes. I missed you too. How's you and your dad been? Natsuki releases me. I mean, Dad's been fine. He's been checking in with Mom to see if you and her are alright. And as for me, honestly, I'm still worried about you. I reach around and pat Natsuki on her back. Nah, I'm doing okay. I'm still here, aren't I? Natsuki looks away, unsure of what I just said. He doesn't take me long to realize the implications of my sentence. I'm just gonna get some water. I quickly rushed to the kitchen. I like how he's trying to be upbeat and trying to be positive, even though he's literally going through like a mental breakdown over his girlfriend dying. Like, I love how he's trying to be positive, even though he's not doing okay whatsoever. I grab a glass near the sink, fill it, and quickly gulp down the water. Once again, my breathing is shaky. I've gone from overthinking everything I say to speaking without even taking a single second to process it. Fucking terrific. I turn my head to see Sayori having just walked into the kitchen. Hey. I smile weakly. Hey, how are you? You know me, same old, same old. You also want to say hi and hope you're okay. I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm 100% okay, but I'm fine. I attempt to smile again. Besides, I'll see you tomorrow. At the Oh, shit. At the funeral, shit. I should even say that last part without choking up. The last funeral I went to was my biological dad's. Even then, that was 7 years ago. And now, tomorrow, I have to go to Moni's. Tears start to trickle out of my eyes. I am covering my face with my hand and having a light cry to myself. Sari rushes over and wraps an arm around me. Then it caused me to cry more. I try to speak, but my voice is strained. Why am I like this? I just want to hold her again. I just wish I could hear her voice and tell her how much I love her again. I want to feel her warmth again. I enveloped Sari in my arms and almost fell to my knees as a result. I just want her back, Sari. I just want her back. My last sentence comes out as a strained whimper. Even now, I can't bring myself to say the name that's been on the tip of my tongue for what feels like forever now. I can hear Natsuki coming into the room, and it doesn't take her long to join Sari in holding me. They shouldn't be wasting their energy on me like this. It's like they're carrying a dead weight. In time, they let me go, and I stand up. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to break down. It's gonna be hard, we know, but we're gonna be here for you. But you shouldn't be. I slide my hands in my pockets. I know you've only just arrived, but I'd like some time alone, just to mentally prepare for tomorrow, you know? Both girls look downcast. Eventually, though, Natsuki says and looks back up at me. You promise I'll see you tomorrow? I nod and look down at the ground. Of course, yeah. It's really the one chance I actually have to say goodbye to her. I know tomorrow's gonna bloody kill me, but I've gotta do it for her. I'll see you tomorrow, Nat. After saying goodbye to Sayori, Natsuki quickly leaves, giving me one more worried glance as she does. This much should probably tell you before I go. Cal came looking for you today. She did? Siri nods. The school's planning a memorial for Monday. My chest tightens and my eyes widen slightly. Right, my eyes are darting all around the place. Before I can even start getting too erratic, though, Siri comes up to me and wraps her hands around my wrists. Wait. It wraps her hands around my wrists. I'm not gonna pressuring you coming in that day. I just thought it'd be best to let you know. Siri gives my wrist a gentle squeeze. However, despite Sayori's intentions, I wince a little. Austin? Don't tell me. If I'm remembering correctly, isn't this the part where it's revealed that he's been cutting himself? Right? They'll heal. Also, we talked about you doing this. Sayori, they'll heal, okay? My voice almost breaks. I started only a few days after she passed and it's already become a crutch. Just go, Sayo. I'll be fine. Sari takes a step away from me and looks away. There's silence between us. I can imagine what she could possibly be thinking right now. Disappointment? Possibly frustration? Something else? Who knows at this point? It's not like I could exactly blame her anyway. I'll see you tomorrow, Austin. She leaves without another word. I am again left with only my thoughts and the pattering of the rain outside. I head back upstairs and return to my desk. Resting my bald fist on the sides of my head, I rack my brain for an idea of what to do. I take a look at the scattered sheets littered around the table. Nothing but a bunch of barely legible scribbles. I breathe slowly as I lower my hands onto the table. I then grab hold of a loose sheet of paper and my pen. Breathing slowly, I begin to write. Let me guess. He writes just about Monika. Oh. Hey, it's a full poem. Ah, damn. Damn. With you, the cloudy gray skies hover over us. We all stand there, clad in dark. Wait, clad? Really? Oh, clad in dark and sullen. The mutual morning silence is the only thing shared between everyone here, between you and I. You, the girl I couldn't save. You, the girl who meant more to me than anyone could ever know. You, the one I love with all my heart. You loved me too, yet now hearing your name only hurts. With you, I felt complete. Without you, I've succumbed to defeat. With you, I rode the emotional high of my life. Without you, both my heart and soul only know strife. And now as I look down at the earth where you now reside, I only have one wish, to be buried under the earth with you. Damn. That's deep. That's some deep shit. Oh damn, man. Here's the day of the funeral. Well, I'm pretty sure this is like the episode. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the episode before the ending of this mod, so maybe I'll finish this mod today, maybe I'll finish this mod tomorrow at the time of recording, I don't know, but we're close to finishing Doki Within, then we'll move on to the next mod, which is probably Shadow Time Rewind, and then from there, who knows what, I think I'll move on and play the original DDLC, but remaster it. I don't think I'll use Facecam because I already know what happens in the mod, and you know, there's no point in my opinion, but yeah, I don't know, I mean, Doki Literature Club, the original game, who knows how that'll go? Who knows? I think I'll do the voices for it, but it won't be a terribly frequent series because I want to put more effort into it. But yeah, we'll see how things go. The day of the funeral is a chilly one. Oddly so for the middle of summer, but it suits in a weird sense. Despite everyone that was there, I still felt like I was on my own. I just sat still the entire time. Both friends, family, and even some of our extended family gave me their condolences, but it all just sinks in. I don't respond to any of it aside from giving a nod or two. Being here feels like I'm suffocating. But I promised myself that I'd be here, if not for myself, then for her. Hours passed by, each seemingly stretching longer than the last. My eyes locked onto her casket. It was an open casket funeral, so I was able to see her before I sat back down. As soon as I saw her, though, my heart sank to the depths of my chest. Just seeing her there, the love of my life just laying there. Cold, lifeless. Yet her face bears a pained expression. Just another reminder of that day. Eventually the casket is closed, and starts to be lowered, and lowered, and lowered, until she becomes one with the ground. As soon as they start refilling the hole with dirt, I look down at the ground and bite down on the insides of my bottom lip. I'm trying my hardest not to cry. The last thing I want to do is cause a scene at my girlfriend's funeral. I want to be able to forgive myself if I did. Soon enough, everyone starts to disperse. Everyone except me. I just remain sat, staring across towards her gravestone. Once everything clears up, Mom does come up and asks if I'd want her to stay with me for a bit longer. I simply shake my head. I'll be fine. I just like a moment with her. Mom shows a bit of reluctance, but eventually says she'll wait for me in the car. As she leaves the cemetery, I get up and slowly walk towards the stone slab. I soon stop still in my tracks and look down. The first thing I notice is the text has been delicately engraved onto it. Monika Harai, 22nd September 1998 to 6th of June 2017. Beloved daughter, granddaughter, and friend. Wait, 2017. And she was, what, like 18 or something like that? 18, 19? So by this point, like 8 years later, she'd be either 26 or 27. So 20 or 27 by this. If we're going by this game's time frame to now, she'd be like mid-20s to late 20s. If she'd have, of course, yeah, no. Eyes flicker across eulogy until they meet what lays at the very bottom of it. Behind a small glass panel, there's a picture of her, the girl who currently resides under the ground on which I stand. She's smiling in that picture, what looks to be from her 18th. What I'd give to see that smile again, to hear her laugh again, to feel her warmth again. What I'd give to hold her again, to see her again, to see... Hey, Monika, it's Austin. It's been a while, hasn't it? My quiet, shaky voice finally leaves my mouth. That's the first time in a while I've said her name without it getting caught in my throat. I wait a minute before speaking again as if she will somehow be able to hear me. Maybe she can, I don't really know. I've not been at school for a while, things are getting a little too much for me to handle. Speaking of school though, they're holding a memorial for you on Monday. I temporarily paused to wipe my eyes. Sarah's been keeping the club going since you've been gone. She's not told me how it's been going yet. The girls have been doing okay, but I think they're still trying to cope. And me? Well, some tears forming, but I'm able to keep myself from breaking down. I wish you were still here, Monika. I really do. I wipe my eyes again, sniffling as I do so. Christ, I miss you so much. I curl my mouth as I slowly start to crack. Just seeing her like this, it's indescribable. I take slow breaths to steady myself before I even attempt to speak again. I know it's gonna be hard, but I fall silent. I can't even promise Monika that I'll be okay. I start to step away, still not taking my eyes off the gravestone. Eventually, though, I turn away and look straight at the ground as I start walking. I start building speed in my eyes, not once looking away from the grass. I keep walking until I bump into someone. I look up and see that I bumped into Harumi. Miss Harai! Sorry, I wasn't looking where I was going. Austin, you don't have to apologize. Also, there's no need to be so formal. She smiles warmly at me. We've not seen each other since last Saturday. That day, she can tell me about the funeral arrangements and just to check on how I was doing in general. How have you been doing? Been a little while since I've seen you. If I said I was fine, I'd only be being half honest. I'm alright some days, but I'm still struggling to process everything. Like, one day she's telling me she's okay, and then the next day, I find her. It's a mother's worst nightmare. I can't imagine what that was like. When I had to tell you, God, you sounded heartbroken. I nod. I was. I still am. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time until that feeling goes away. If ever. My voice is strained. I love her, I still do. But some days it hurts to think about her. I can never apologize enough for what happened. There's so much more I could have done. Rumi, it wasn't your fault. You raised an amazing daughter, and I'm incredibly grateful that I got to meet her. Seeing quite a shift in conversation, I look to my right and spot Daisuke. He seems to be smoking. How's he been handling things? I might not like Daisuke, but it would be rude of me not to ask. Rumi looks over to her husband and then back to me. I don't know how to explain, but he seems completely unfazed by everything. Given how he treated Monika, I can't say I'm surprised. But even then, I at least thought there would be some semblance of emotion in there. I again looked to my right. To my right, Daisuke spotted us and started walking over. Rumi, what's taking you so long? He sounds agitated. When he looks over at me, his mouth sharpens, almost like he's angry at the fact that I'm talking to Harumi. I'm talking to Austin. Is there an issue with talking to our daughter's boyfriend? Harumi sounds just as sharp. Daisuke keeps his eyes locked on me. I never said there was an issue with it. I just want you to hurry up. Is that last part directed to her or me? I said and looked directly at him. There's a myriad of things I want to do to him. I want to ask him how he can live with himself despite everything he's done. Part of me even wants to beat him to the ground for all the pain he's caused. But he doesn't even deserve that. It would be too much effort. Plus, would I be able to forgive myself if I did cause a scene at Monika's funeral? I doubt it. Look, Daisuke, I get it. You don't like me. First off, don't worry. The feeling is very much mutual. Second, whether you realize it or not, I care a great deal about your daughter and your wife. Certainly a lot more than you seem to. There's so many things I want to say to you. But unlike you, I actually have something you seem to lack. And that'd be respect for your daughter. My tone gets noticeably sharper and more direct. Daisuke scowls at me almost like he's gonna rip my head off. He goes to say something back but keeps quiet. He eventually just storms off, glancing back and forth at me. Hopefully it's the last time I have to see him. I extend my head back to Harumi. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what came over me. It's okay. It's honestly kind of relieving to hear someone talk to him like that. There's a moment of silence between us. I should probably let you go now. It's been lovely seeing you again. Likewise. If you want to chat, you can always come over. I might have to take her up on that offer. If I don't go mad first. If I have the time, I will. I eventually give her a warm but still very forced smile. Hopefully it'll be shortly that he won't have to force the smile. Harumi gives me a hug before we part ways. Her presence is quite comforting, yet it does little to quell the storm slowly brewing in my mind. I then start to walk back to my mother's car, returning my gaze to the floor. Yeah, I'm definitely a little tired myself. I mean, I did wake up I want to say an hour ago. So, When we get back home, I went straight upstairs. I didn't bother getting out of my suit. I just went up and started laying on my bed, staring up at the ceiling. Today went surprisingly better than I'd expected. I didn't have a complete meltdown, I guess that's a plus. Everybody keeps replaying the events from the past few weeks. Monika unalived herself. I had a panic attack in the middle of school. Got a psychiatric referral. Rumi came down to let me know about the funeral. I look over to the two. My captain eyes focusing on the first drawer. I know it's in there and I suppress the urge. I can't. Not now. I breathe in and I breathe out. I breathe in and I breathe out again. Fuck, I am a wreck. I reach into my pocket and pull out my phone. Bring it to my face and turn on the screen. There she is. That's the last photo I ever took with her. Just us, together under the setting sun. That's how I want to remember her. My gorgeous, loving Moni. But my mind keeps forcing me to remember those last 2 days. First being tormented at school for things that weren't anyone else's business, and then she was gone. She was taken from me, and there wasn't anything I could have done. I feel my tears coming back. Not again. I drew my phone on my bed and covered my face to muffle my sobs. Why, Monika? Why does that hurt every time I think of you? Probably because she's gone and because you'll never see her again? I mean, that's a lie. She will see her again. But it's not going to be in like she's an okay sort of thing. It's going to be a very much so she's not okay sort of thing. It's going to be very different. I mean, if you guys played Doki Doki Within or seen my original playthrough or seen any other people play through Doki Doki Within, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know precisely what I'm talking about. And yes, I have a Coke. Keep me awake. After a few minutes, I remove my hands and stare blankly at with my glassy eyes. I'm fine. I'm okay living like this. Are you though? Are you though? Time heals all wounds. That's what they all say, right? I hear knocking on my door, causes me to frantically sit up. It's open. The door opens and Mum walks in. Hey, how are you holding up? She looks at me with worry very present in her gaze. I'm managing, but I'll be okay. I'm gonna pace around my room for a bit. Are you alright? She says. It's the office. They're wanting me in tonight. And by the sounds of it, they're wanting me on another business trip. Oh, couldn't they get anyone else? I did check. By the sounds of it, everyone else is either sick, off on leave, or busy. I even tried to get it rearranged, but no. Toyama's being insistent, up to the point that's pissing me off. She lets out an exhausted sigh. I mean, to be fair, I don't blame her if that happened to me. If I booked a job where I was on a business trip away from my kid who's handling their lover or whoever they're together with die, and then they're having mental breakdowns, having to go to a funeral, nearly cracking, I'd be pissed off too, to be fair. I wouldn't be happy either. On the bright side, get it? On the bright side, okay. Let me not make a pun right off the bat because, just let me not make a pun right off the bat because this is not the time to do so. We're handling a girl's funeral. And actually, wait. I can make this. Hold on. Shoot. I'm gonna do that. Well, I can make it better, guys. I can do this. Hold on. I can make this better. On the bright. See, I can point directly to it now. Hey, on the bright side. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. On the bright side, she wouldn't have to put up with you. I'm sorry for the short notice. Why do you not to apologize? You can't help it. I should be able to manage on my own for a few days. That's a bullshit and you know it, Austin. You promise? I quickly nod. She seems extremely skeptical, and I don't blame her. I'd be very skeptical as well. Yeah, I'll be fine. It should only be a couple days, right? I'd be leaving tomorrow, and I wouldn't be back until Wednesday evening. You sure you'll be able to manage that long? Yes, I'm sure. Feeling a little unsure about my response, Mom goes to leave my room. Just let me know if you need anything, alright? I smile at her. Will do. She leaves and I go back to laying on my bed. I take slow, shaky breaths. I'm tired out. I didn't get much sleep last night. Maybe I should get some rest now? It's probably for the best. I don't really have much to do tomorrow anyway. I just curl up on my bed and let exhaustion take over. Fun. The dream. Last night I had a dream about you. In this dream I was staying right beside you. And like how I remembered as the last. A memory of the past, just us two in a crowded room. Despite the crowd seeming busy, I could only hear you. The one who would make my heart swoon. But then everything began to dissolve into nothingness. The crowd, the room, and then you. Before I knew it, this dream was all gone. definitely shorter than the last poem we wrote, but I groggily wake up. I didn't sleep too much, but I got a little bit more sleep than I did on Saturday. At this point, any sleep is sleep. I check my phone. Sunday, 6:30 a.m. My God. I sit up and run my hands over my face. I stand there for a moment, my slowly readjusting to my surroundings as I look around. After a few minutes, I get up and make my way to the bathroom. I take off my dirty pajamas and then let them slump onto the ground. Once I step into the shower, I turn it on without a care as to either how warm or how cold it is. As I feel the lukewarm water rain down, I just allow it to soak onto my skin. It's actually pretty soothing, but only for my body. Wait, but only for the body. So, okay, so now your body is just for the body? Okay. The thoughts from yesterday continue to circulate through my mind. Thankfully, I'm able to keep more of the depressing thoughts from fully taking control of me. Some come through, but I'm able to keep most of them at bay. I sigh as I look down at the marks on my left wrist. I'm fine. They'll heal. I'll heal. I keep telling myself that as I clean myself. When I'm finished up, I turn the shower off. I then fetch a towel, dry myself, and then wrap it around me and head back to my room. Switching light on, I head towards my closet. I open it and grab some loose-fitting clothes. I quickly throw them on and shut the door. I then grab my towel and go to leave my room. But I don't leave straight away. I grab my towel firmly. My eyes drift towards my closet more so the handle. I focus on it for a good minute or two. My eyes then look back to my towel. My heart starts to race and my body starts to act on its own accord. I rush towards my closet and start to tie my towel around the handle. My hands are clammy, but I'm able to tie it into a makeshift noose. Bruh. I then grab the towel as firmly as possible. Hurry up. Get it over with. I stand there shaking in place. Quit stalling. You said you didn't see her again, didn't you? I can't. I release my grip and fall back to the floor, frozen by shock and disgust. I stare at the towel hanging from the handle. No. I wasn't just about to do it. Surely not. I shake as I stand back up. Not long after I do, though, I rush to the bathroom just in time to vomit. The stench of bowel fills the bathroom. God, just what the hell is wrong with me? How can I be that desperate? I start to cry loudly in the ceramic bowl, my sobs reverberating around the room. It hurts to breathe after a while. I eventually sit against the bathroom cabinet. Well, less sitting and more slumping against it. My breath slowly starts to settle. I stand up and immediately head downstairs. I don't dare look back into my bedroom. Not now, anyway. Yeah, it makes sense. You probably don't want to look back into your bedroom after, that little, mishap. I can spend the next several hours watching TV, attempting to write and snacking on anything I can find. Just anything that could take my mind off of everything. I'm successful for the most part, being able to push my little incident from this morning to the back of my mind. However, it still manages to make me shiver. What if I actually did go through with it? And why did I feel like part of me wanted to go through with it? Monika wouldn't want that. I get up from the sofa and head towards the kitchen to make something to eat. Before I get there, though, there's a knock at the front door. I unlock the door and open it. It's Sayori. She looks like she didn't sleep too well. I let her in. Sayori? Didn't expect to see you today. I decided I come over to check on you. Like after yesterday, I just got worried about how you were coping. As I probably should have guessed. Probably not that I didn't answer any of her texts last night. Probably wouldn't be a great idea to mention this morning either. God only knows how'd she get. I've been okay. I was a little sick this morning, but besides that, I've been alright. Sarah looks away. I can tell whether or not she bought what I said. Can I check your wrists? I shuffle uncomfortably in place, sliding my hands in my pocket. Sayori, I'm fine. Promise. Austin, please. Sayori, I've not cut since Friday. I'm fine. Sarah's persistence is kind of starting to irritate me. She's been like this since my panic attack and when she first found out about me doing it. She's really trying to make sure you're okay. She's just trying to make sure you're okay, man. I mean, the surefire side of someone still doing it is like, if they're trying to cover it up, then they're definitely still doing it. Of course, he's not. So I don't know why he's trying to cover it up. Oh. I don't know why he's still covering it up, because it's not like he's done it at all since. At least the game hasn't shown, so yeah. Bro, chill. Let her check on you. Let her make sure that you're A-okay. I mean, obviously you're not A-okay, but at least let her make sure that you haven't done anything to yourself, because obviously she just wants you to be okay. And you should want yourself to be okay for once. She's been checking every time she's seen me. I'm like trying to look out for you, Austin. I sigh. We're not gonna get anywhere like this. Rather reluctantly, I take my hands in my pockets and present my arms to Sayori. It's each the same ones from Friday. Part of me was up to do it yesterday, I'll admit. But I didn't. That's a good start. I hope so. Considering this morning, I doubt it's gonna stay that way. So, I was gonna do myself something to eat. You want me to do anything? I mean, if you're offering, I can't really say no. The purpose would walk over to the kitchen. So they sit at the table whilst I go to the fridge to pick something out. I will say, this episode's definitely very kind of depressing because there's no music. I mean, I get it. I feel like the mod's not playing any music because when Monika was with us, the music was playing the show the joyfulness, show Jesus Christ, I can't talk. Show the joyfulness and show pretty much the happiness that us and Monika shared. And now the music isn't playing, it's showing kind of how depressed we are and how there's a lot of joyfulness since Monika's gone. So yeah, it's not great. Make it you do nicely. Things back from the fridge with me and then go over to the stove. I grab a clean pan but put some oil in it, set it on the hob. What the hell's the hob? Turn the gas on and light it carefully. Then after the pan's heated up for a bit, I finally put some bacon on. I think I know what the hob is. It's like, so you get a fire going. You twist the knob, get a fire going underneath the pan to warm it up. The hob. Okay, I think I know what the hob is. Never mind. I think I know what the hob is. I think I know. While it's cooking, Sari speaks up. Where's your mom? I thought she'd be up by now. She's on a business trip in Tokyo. I've got the place to myself for a few days. Ah, she's clearly concerned, and she has every reason to be. Sari, what is it? Nothing. Sari, I know you told me if something's bothering you. It's just that, with everything that's happened lately, I just want to know you're going to be safe. I give a heavy sigh. Say you'll be fine. Famous last words. He will not be fine. Isn't like I'm going to set myself and the house on fire now, is it? Sari doesn't seem to take my comment lightly. Please don't joke like that. How was I joking? I put more focus on the bacon, eventually finishing enough for both myself and Sayori. I buttered some bread at some of the sandwiches and then handed a pair to Sayori. As the pair of us start to eat, we remain in tense silence. Sure, Sayori and I have had slight rifts in the past, but this silence is unlike any other we've had before. I sigh. Sure, I may be annoyed with how persistent she's being with all this, but I know she cares, and to some degree that hurts just as much. They all care, and I'm hurting them. And all I can do is make you see that her fucking excuse. I go to say something, but Sari goes out to the bathroom before the words can leave my mouth. As I wait, I can't but worry about if she checks my bedroom. I can't remember if I untied the towel from around my closet door. If she walks in, she'll start to piece everything together. My heart beats frantically as the floorboards creak. My bed is right above the kitchen. To my relief, though, Sari comes down not long after she had gone up. But still, we don't talk. Some time passes, but then Sari looks towards me. So about tomorrow, I'm going in. I give her a direct answer. She raises her brow in what seems to be a mix of confusion and concern. What is it now? You remember what's happening tomorrow, right? The memorial? Yeah, I know. Mainly because you told me. The thought hasn't left my head. Sari looks away from me. My right hand starts to shake. I can't keep hiding from what happened. I just gotta sit there for who knows how long listening to people singing Monika's praises and saying how much they'll miss her. Oh, whilst the most part of the audience couldn't give less than two shits about what she was going through. Who knows, maybe those girls from her PE class will be there to crack some tasteless fucking jokes at her expense. Unless you're thinking about it all wrong. Am I? Or do I just remember how cruel people in that school can be? Are you listening to yourself right now? I stand from my chair and start to pace around the room. I use my free hand to prevent the other one from shaking. Do you even remember just how bad she got that day? Were you even worried about what happened to her? Of course I was bloody worried. You don't just hear about one of your close friends storming out of other class and not get worried. Sari's only raised her voice at me a few times in the past, but never with this much intensity. I lean against the kitchen counter. Sari, you weren't having to stay up most nights worrying if her dad was going to beat her that night. You didn't have to spend a whole day wondering why she never called you back. And her mother didn't have to call you to tell you that she killed herself. Or rather, unalived herself. I feel tears starting to sting my eyes. I'm trying my best to keep my composure. I turn around to Sari and look down at the counter, tightly shutting my eyes. I know you're still upset about Monika. I'm still upset. It broke my heart when I first heard about what she was going through. That's why I'm trying to tell you to not come in tomorrow. Because I know they'd only make things worse. I'm going in. I already said I'm not hiding from it anymore. I'm just trying to protect. So you stop banging me every 5 fucking minutes? My voice cracks as I bang my fist against the counter. I turn to face her, tears streaking down my cheeks. Do you realize just how exhausting it all is? Everyone telling me how worried they are? You constantly checking my arms, even waking up most days. I'm bloody sick of it. As I continue to speak, my voice grows more and more shaky and my heart starts to beat more erratically. I don't mean to yell, but I'm tired. I'm so fucking tired. Once more I turn from her and lean against the counter, this time hiding my eyes behind my palms. I could have lost my temper on anyone, but of course it had to be Sayori. I feel like come behind me and rest her hand on my shoulder. You should go. I'm not leaving. I remove my hands from my eyes and look straight at her. As I speak, I'm barely holding back my tears. I'm not asking you. I'm fucking telling you. You should go. Please. No, I'm not giving up on you. She repels me to do a tight embrace. It takes me a while to reciprocate her embrace, but I eventually do. As I cling to her, I press my mouth against her shoulder as I attempt to muffle my sobs. I basically run her hand through the hair of the back of my head. We're all here for you, and no matter how hard it gets, we'll always be here. Again, I know she cares. And aside from Monika not being here, that's the part that hurts. Sayori already has her own demons she's fighting. She doesn't need me to make things worse. Aside from my sobs, I'm silent. Eventually, we release each other. I hope you know I meant every word of that. I wipe my eyes. I know, Sayo. I know I said I didn't want you coming in tomorrow, and to be honest, I still don't. But if you do, would you mind if the girls and I walk to school with you? As much as I want to say no and give her one of several possible excuses I could come up with, I can't deny I would appreciate the company. Yeah, I think I'd like that. Through her tears, her beams brightly. A scratch at the back of my neck. Also, I'm sorry for yelling at you. It's fine, you did kind of scare me a little, though. I look away a bit and blush faintly. I need to get a grip. I'm guessing you're gonna be going home now. I was thinking about staying over for a bit, you know? Like old times. A slight smile forms across my lips. Nostalgia can be a sweet thing. Yeah, I'd like that. Nostalgia can be a sweet thing. It's why I still use my 3DS. It's why I still use this bad boy to this day. I still use this bad boy. Like, it's a great system. There's no reason to not use it. I love this thing. It's a great, especially it being modded. It's great. And of course, I'm using this thing a bit more often. Not too much, but I'm definitely using this thing a bit more often. So I'm certainly using this a little bit more often. Sarah stayed for the next few hours. Saying true to her word, she asked both Natsuki and Yuri if they wanted to walk with us tomorrow. Luckily for us, they're more than happy to. After she left, I went upstairs and I was able to bring myself to untie the towel from the handle. I have dumping the towel back in the bathroom. As for now, I'm lying on my bed looking up at the ceiling. Days seem to speed by, but then again, that's just weekends in general. Yeah, it's true, weekends seem to speed by rather quickly. Probably because they're only like a few days worth, or a couple days worth, but I love weekends. It's the weekend right now. I love weekends. I love it. Can't believe about Memorial tomorrow. I know it's Sarah I'm fine coming in. A good chunk of me is still sure of that fact. I desperately want to move on from the pain of Monika being taken away from me. But there's just another part of me that's wondering if I'm trying to force myself to move on too soon. Feeling exhausted, I try to close my eyes and get some rest. Oh. Hopefully you can get some proper rest. Can't sleep. Damn. Literally, I just said hoping to get proper rest, and she says can't sleep. Wow. It's perfect timing, man. Like most nights, I just see her. I sit in my bed and bury my head against my knees. Trying to just move the laptop more, especially with the camera on it. And of course, I am looking to get an upgrade to this camera. So this camera's nice. I do like this camera a lot. I love this camera. It's a great camera. I love it. But I am thinking about getting a new camera. Not, I'm going to be replacing this one, but I'm thinking about getting a new camera. It's the Elgato. It's the new Elgato one. I plan on buying it at some point down the line. Probably in a couple weeks or something, but I plan on buying the Elgato camera for better quality and all that. So, yeah. I sit in my bed and bury my head against my knees. Breathing heavily, my eyes look towards my cabinet. No. Excuse me. Not now. Excuse me, do this. She's barely gone 2 days without it. You can make a third. I force myself to look away, bringing my face deeper against my knees. If I can't see it, I can't be tempted, right? My eyes go constant back and forth between my bed and the cabinet. It lasts for what feels like a good few minutes until eventually they settle on the cabinet. My body takes control of itself once again as my arm reaches towards the top drawer. I open it and pull it out. When I scan the sharp edge of the steel as I find myself face to face with my makeshift coping mechanism. My heart plummets. Sucking in the air through my teeth, I press the cold blade against my left wrist. Just one more time, Austin. One more time. No! No, don't do it! Don't do it, my guy. Find a dark hallway? Okay, dude. Okay. You know what my coping mechanism is? I mean, I don't really have a coping mechanism. I don't really suffer from depression. I think actually I did suffer from depression once. But I don't really suffer from depression. I just suffer from like mini anxiety attacks. They're not big, but they're like mini where I think I hear something and then it's not really there, but it's like a very small anxiety attack. I suffer from mild anxiety. So, if you guys didn't know already, if any of y'all didn't know, yeah, I suffer from mild anxiety. So, it's a family history thing. I find myself in the dark hallway. I keep walking, but the hall's never ending. It's a recurring dream I've been having. It's one I can't control no matter how much I try. I know whose house I'm in. Much like every time I've had this dream, I keep walking, trying every door to no avail. Eventually, they'll come across the door I always do. One with a slightly bloody doorknob. That's her door. I grab it tightly, taking a deep breath. I gently open the door. Oh my god. Dude, I was only skipping through the text because I hated the alarm was so loud in my ears. I was like, okay, I want to get past this right now. It's so loud in my damn ears, Jesus. So I'm forced to wake by the sound of my alarm. Thankfully, so I didn't need to see that sight again. I check my phone, 6:30 a.m. I'm actually surprised I managed to wake up on time. The past few times I used an alarm, I just slept through it. Maybe it's because I know the girls are going to be waiting for me. Maybe it's because of that. Whichever it is, point is, I'm awake. I get up and fetch my uniform from the closet, silencing my alarm as I do so. Before I get my shirt on, though, I look at both my arms with deep regret. I was doing so well. There's some bandages downstairs, I can use them. Taking the rest of my uniform with me, I head to the kitchen. I rest my shirt, blazer, and tie on the table before I start to search for the bandages. I check every shelf and cupboard until I eventually find them. I carefully wrap them over my wounds. My uniform should be enough to hide them, at least I hope so. As I'm buttoning on my shirt, there's a knock at the door. I let the door open and see Natsuki and Mamoru standing there. They both share a similar look of concern as they look at me. Considering everything that's happened, coupled with my general lack of contact with anyone outside of Siri and Mom, I can't say I'm surprised. Hey, you two. Hey, you doing okay? I nod. Yeah, I'm fine. Just woke up not too long ago. I don't tell either of them about my dream or what I'd done the night before. I then turn to Mamoru and smile nervously. Been a while, hasn't it? It has. I'm glad you're doing alright. Austin, stop fucking lying! How's your mom been doing? She's been okay. Still quite annoyed about having to go on the trip, but still okay nonetheless. Mamoru nods. He then turns to Natsuki. I'll be off now. You got your keys, right? Natsuki takes her keys from her pocket to show Mamoru. You can be back normal time? I should be, yeah. Anyways, I'll see you when I'm back. Mamoru waves to me before heading out. As soon as I hear the car leaving, I speak. Quite surprised you came with you. He cares about you too, you know. Oh, I know that. I just meant I thought he would have been at work already. I mean, I would have just walked down, but Dad woke up a little later than usual. So I just decided screw it and asked him to drop me off. She smiles surely, contrasting with her earlier display of worry. Knowing Natsuki, though, it's still on her mind. I head to the kitchen and fetch my blazer and bag, immediately heading back to Natsuki after I do so. What do you want to do before Sarah and Yuri get here? To be honest, I didn't really think about that. I just kind of assumed Sarah would have been here before me. I checked my phone for the time. 6:58 a.m. Sarah should be up by now. As if on cue, there's then a knock. Once more, I open the door. Morning, Austin. Sarah's cheer radiates across the room. Yuri smiles warmly in my direction. Considering what's happening today, it is a bit strange seeing their smiles. My best guess is they're trying to remain positive. Morning, it's good to see you both. Anyways, we gonna get going? I know we'd be considerably early, but I personally wouldn't mind having a slower walk. Yeah, that's okay with everyone. I mean, I don't mind. You two? I look towards both Natsuki and Sayori. I wouldn't mind that. Natsuki nods in agreement. The four of us then walk out. We initially start walking in a group, but I soon end up merely trailing behind them. I end up looking towards the ground. I am trying the rest to remain optimistic, but I can't. No matter how hard I try to move forward, my mind just ends up taking several steps back. You can't move on. You never will. I look back up to the three girls. You can keep dragging them along with you. I stop my tracks and raise my hand to my head. A painful, irritating migraine shoots through the side of my head. My breathing grows heavy as I stand. Eventually, though, I'm pulled back into reality by my hand gently grabbing hold on my bicep. I look to my side and see Yuri standing there, her cheeks rosy and her expression one of worry. Are you alright, Austin? Seeing Yuri this close slightly flusters me. It's nothing. It's just a slight headache. My eyes dart forward to see Natsuki and Sari way ahead of us. Just how long have I been spacing out? Yuri gently smiles towards the other girls and gestures towards them, presumably to tell them to carry on. I see them keep walking until they turn a corner. Would you like to walk together? Considering how close she is, I don't think I have much of an option. Plus, I didn't really talk to her at the funeral. I'm probably going to be awful company, but I wouldn't mind. The pair of us start to walk in silence. There's this feeling of awkwardness. I can tell it's because of how close she is, the small glance she makes in my direction, or something else. No, me, though, it's probably my mind making things worse than they seem. Not probably, that's exactly it. But the silence lasts a little longer, he starts to softly speak up. So, I know we didn't talk much on Saturday, so I just wanted to ask how you've been. I know the answer to that question, but something I can't bring myself to admit. I've been fine. Well, not completely fine. I'd cry a little and I threw up a bit yesterday. Besides that, I'm fine. I have to say, I didn't expect you to come in today. I was gonna have to come back at some point. I can't stay cooped up at home forever, and I certainly can't keep hiding from what happened. It's only after I've said that when I start to notice you're getting a little uncomfortable by my unknowingly harsh tone. Sorry, I didn't. You're not to apologize. I can imagine it's still quite difficult, like dealing with all this. I exhale. I remember you were saying that if I wanted to, I could talk to her about anything that was bothering me. Of course, that was before Monika. Surely the offer would still stand, right? It is difficult. You ever wake up in the middle of the night because it feels like someone's there only to realize you're alone? She wordlessly fumbles with a strand of her hair. Well, once or twice, but that was a while ago. Not that I'm trying to compare what you're going through to a silly little fantasy of mine. It's fine. That's how it feels most nights. I still feel Monika's presence more than I'd like to admit. And so it's hard to tell whether or not that's a good thing. My breathing is slowly building speed once again. You loved her, Austin. Of course she'll be on your mind. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about what happened. A warm, comforting silence then comes over your face as she gently squeezes my hand. Never forget that I'm here for you, Austin. We're all here for you. The look in her eyes, that smile and her grip on my hand reminds me of how Monika used to be with me. Could you be trying to? No, wait, she's being nice. My heart is beating like it wants to burst out of my chest. Instantly, Yuri realized what she was doing. Sorry, I didn't mean to. She loses my hand and shrinks into herself. I would thought it's okay, but I'm honestly speechless. I simply nod and we continue to walk to school in a tense, awkward silence. We eventually catch up with Sarah and Natsuki. We wordlessly walk up to them. However, Yuri ends up walking straight past the three of us and directly into school. From the slight glimpse I got of her, though, I noticed her face was still crimson. Natsuki was to chase after her. What's up with Yuri? I was talking about how I've been, and she just started holding my hand. As soon as she realized what she was doing, I don't know, I guess she kind of freaked out. So it flashed me a worried glare. You still want me to walk with you? I know we continue on our way. As Saraya accompanies me to class, I could feel the eyes of all the other students each etch themselves into my skin. They're staring with cold, shocked expressions, almost like they've seen a ghost. I bite the inside of my lip in a vain attempt to silence my conscience. There's whispers, too. Whether they're about me or not, I don't know, but they're whispers nonetheless. Eventually, though, we make it to my first class of the week. Before Saraya goes off to her own class, I ask her one last thing. When's the memorial? My voice is dry, hushed, and monotone. I'm not too sure, but I'm guessing it'll probably be during first break. I nod, my eyes drifting towards the door. I shall see you there, then. A silent nod is my only response to her downcast tone. After some slight hesitation, she slinks away into the crowd as she goes off to her own class. As for me, I just idly stand around just waiting for the bell to ring. It eventually does. I sigh. I'll get this over with, I suppose. Oh boy. It's gonna be a fun day. Second class ended a little earlier than usual, mostly to make sure all was got to Monika's memorial. I deliberately made the choice to be the last one out. Before I left, though, my teacher asked me if I was doing okay. I knew that the rest of the school knew about me and Monika, but I didn't realize that applied to the staff, too. Of course, I told them I was fine. I'm fine. That phrase has lost all meaning to me. Not surprising. It's nothing but a deflector at this point. I am trailing behind the rest of my class until we reach the main hall. The hall is packed. From the many faces I can see in the crowd, I can spot Sari, Natsuki, and Ryuji. I'm presuming Kutana and Kahu will make their appearance soon. As I'm looking around, I spot an empty spot next to Yuri. With a sheepishly, I approach her. She glances at me but looks away just as quickly. As I sit down, Yuri's eyes lock with mine. I see a seemingly apologetic smile on her face. My eyes just fixate towards the front of the room. There, on a large screen at the front of the room, is a photo of Monika. I feel my chest getting a little tired just looking at her. Seeming to sense this shift, Yuri gently rests a hand on one of my wrists. I slightly wince in response, causing her to look away with a more concerned expression. What is it? She goes to say something but stops herself. Presumably she's going to ask about my arms. Eventually, though, she speaks up. Are you still mad at me? You know, about this morning. What? I wasn't mad at you. I think what happened this morning. Is that really how I came off? I wasn't mad, I was just surprised. Regardless, I'm sorry about this morning. I nod wordlessly before speaking again. Once more, my voice is monotone. You don't have to apologize. My eyes don't leave Monika's picture. From the corner of my eye, I see her look towards the picture and then back to me. She then places a hand on my knee. She speaks softly. We'll get through this together, Austin. We like guys for a moment. Before I can say anything else, though, with someone at the front of the hall clears the throat over the microphone. The pair of us look forward. Looks like the memorial is starting. Several minutes drag on, each one feeling more and more like an eternity. Staff members of school council and other sort of students come up talking about Monika. Whether it's about how she was in class, how they met, or some other memories associated with her, the stories keep coming. I know their intentions are good, but the whole thing is just another painful reminder that she's gone. I keep rushing through a myriad of emotions and thoughts throughout the whole ceremony. Grief, anger, guilt. There's too many to list. One thing that is a constant, though, is the undying feeling that I'm going to be sick. By some miracle, I'm able to hold back my tears. Tears I so desperately want to release. I do have to wonder, though, in another life, if I'd been with either Yuri or Natsuki and they suffered the same fate, would the school care this much? Did they even care about Monika? Like, did they genuinely care? Or is this whole send-off just another display of false sympathy? Like, I need to hear any more of that. They didn't know her like I did. My breathing quickens, catching the attention of some of the students near me, especially Yuri. Damn. Wish I filled my head with the happy thoughts to keep myself sane, but that's the issue. Very happy memory I have with her, it all keeps leading up to that day. Thankfully, it all soon comes to an end, and I get up to leave. On the way to the hall, each student is handed a pamphlet about mental health. Well, one mostly about depression with a bunch of suicide, with a bunch of unalive prevention hotlines. I didn't say that, YouTube. I didn't say that, YouTube. I said it live, YouTube. I said it live. I appreciate the sentiment, but what Monika was going through went beyond that. Whilst everyone else heads back to whatever classes they had, I decided to skip class entirely. Soon enough, I find myself at a stairwell that leads up to the roof. Before I can walk up, though, I hear a voice call my name. Austin! I turn to see Natsuki running up towards me. She wears a look of worry. Let me guess, I told you I seemed off and you wanted to check up on me? Natsuki taken aback by my blunt delivery. Well, yeah. I figured as much. I sit down on one of the stairs and look down at the floor. Natsuki sits down next to me. Still, I remain silent. She nudges me. Please say something. I look up to meet Natsuki's gaze. My eyes glassy, I shake my head. What's there to say, Nat? I get up, still keeping my eyes on Natsuki. I gaze up the stairs. It's only a quick dash up the roof. No, not now. Too public, too messy. In my days, I don't even realize that Natsuki had grabbed a hold of my blazer. Please don't. Her voice cracks. Either a coincidence or she somehow knows what I was thinking. I turn to face her only for her to close her eyes tightly. Natsuki? I wasn't gonna. I go quiet. Even now I'm lying through my teeth. You're not gonna lose me, Natsuki. I hope not. Natsuki looks back at me, tears streaking down her face. I've already lost one friend, Austin. I don't think I can handle losing another. She stifles a sob as she takes a step away. Even now on this day, I can't even truthfully tell her that I'll be okay. Despite how I try to come off, I'm fully aware that I'm not okay. And the voice in my head only makes that worse. I barely make eye contact with Natsuki as I speak up again. You want me to walk you to class? She nods sadly. We can start slowly walking together. Dang. The rest of school day drags. Even classes that would be quite lively felt more somber. My mind keeps replaying the events of the past few days and weeks. From the inside looking in, it might not seem like a lot of time has passed. But for me, it feels like a lifetime has dragged itself by. Minutes feel like hours, hours feel like weeks, and weeks feel like years. All because of just one day. The day my life is flipped upside down. I know it's needless prodding from the other students and staff isn't helping. False sympathy, that's all it is. For the second time today, I'm overcome with a sense of sickness with a deep pit in my stomach. My breathing goes deeper. My body's trembling. I start tapping my middle and index finger against my desk. I'm getting restless. I get back from under my desk and stand up. As I do, the rest of the class focus their attention on me. Austin, are you okay? I look towards the teacher, my body's still shaking. Yeah, I'm just not feeling too well. I then out the class and straight for the bathroom. And let me guess. Upon entering the bathroom, I immediately dart into one of the stalls and violently puke into the toilet. It reaches the point that I start to feel a cramp in my stomach. God, you really are pathetic, aren't you? Shut it. I giggle into myself as if the voice in my head is just another person. Thank God I'm alone in here. Don't anyone else think I'm crazier than they probably think I am. After a while, I manage to pick myself up. But I don't move from the stall. I just stand there wondering what to do next. I then shut the stall door and lock it. With shaking hands, I take off my blazer. I then unbutton my left sleeve cuff and roll the sleeve up, revealing the bandages. I brush my fingers up the wrap until they reach the end of where I had cut it off. I breathe through a partly open mouth. Do it. I carefully grab the edge of the wrap, only let go soon after. No, I can't. Do it. No one's here to stop you. As my next me on, I start to unwrap my arm. My eyes are soon re-ended with the aftermath of my many restless nights. A sea of slashes, some fresh, many in various states of scabbing. It pains me to look at it. Christ, what did Monika think of this? I don't know what compels me to do so, but I run my thumb against some of the scabs. I then dig my Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. In my surprise, I end up yanking one of my... Oh, God. I banged the back of my head against the stall wall in frustration. As a slight bit of blood starts to trickle from the reopened wound, I yank my sleeve down and pull my blazer back on. I then grab my bag, unlock the door, and start the journey down to the literature club. Hey, literature club, that's gonna be... You know what, guys? I don't know if I said I was gonna play through Shadow Time Rewind first before playing through the original Doki Doki again, but I think I'll play through the original Doki Doki first, then Shadow Time Rewind, and yeah, we'll see how things go from there. Maybe I'll play Shadow Time Rewind first. I don't know, honestly. Talk to the Club was a silent one. It ended up being more of what it was like this morning. Just the endless sea of eyes all watching me. Is how it's gonna be from now on, because that's the impression I am left with after today. And already I'm bloody sick to death of it. I open the door to an empty club room. The only other presence that greets me is the sparse sunlight peeking from the clouds and the muted pitter-patter of the rain outside. I stalk towards the desk closet to the closest to the closet and sit down. I stare blankly out of the window, silently watching the rain trickle down against the window pane. I shouldn't have come back. The only response I get is a deafening silence. If my mind was just as quiet. I know what's begging me to do. I can't give in. Not again. Even though you eventually will. Leave me alone. I plead with my mind to stop. My head then snaps towards the door as it opens up. It's only Yuri. She seems deep in thought. When she opens her eyes, she averts her gaze just as quickly. I turn to gazing out the window. The rain seemed to have calmed down for the moment, but the clouds remain. My attention is then brought back into the club by the sounds of Yuri's approaching footsteps. How are you, Austin? I shrug. Isn't the answer that obvious enough? I'm fine, Yuri, I really am. You don't sound so confident about your answer. She averts her gaze once more as I sigh through a parted mouth, looking out the window once more. I saw you were during the memorial. I know, Yuri. Couldn't keep your eyes off me. I'm trying to look out for you, Austin. I go to say something, but stop myself, at least I end up snapping at her. Why am I getting like this? She's done nothing wrong. Remember what I told you this morning? We'll get through this. I know it's going to be difficult, but I promise you that we'll get through it. After she's finished, she smiles bashfully. It's a nice sentiment. But I open my mouth again. Does that we include Natsuki and Sayori? Or does it just include us two, Yuri? She felt silent as my voice shows sign of cracking. I didn't mean to shout. You've got the wrong idea, Austin. Of course it includes the others. I look away from her, sighing quietly. I'll admit, I was a bit hesitant to talk to you after what happened. But that was mostly because I was worried that I was partly responsible. You weren't to blame, Yuri. I sigh. I'd say it was her father, but I should have done more to get her out there when her knows what was going on. You can't blame yourself, Austin. You didn't know that she was going to do what she did. But I knew how her father was treating her. I could call the police. I could have tried to have her stay at mine until we got our own place. I could have done anything, but I let her stay with him. And now I can't even get her out of my fucking head. As I shout, my voice finally cracks. Do you know what it's like to lose someone like that? Someone who you loved, someone who you knew was struggling. But something were going just fine as far as you two were concerned. You didn't bother trying to help them? That's what it feels like, Yuri. You don't have to live knowing yourself just killed the one you loved. But I do, because I didn't do anything but stand there trying to make us look like the perfect couple. Trying to pretend that she wasn't causing being abused and I was losing sleep because I was scared. Anyway, it feels like I killed her, all because I was too stupid and lazy to do anything. My chest frantically rising up and down and my hands are shaking. She looks at me in complete shock. I can't even look her in the eye. How could I after all that? Instead, I just stare towards the front of the room. I'm sorry for yelling, I'm exhausted, Yuri. It's all just so bloody exhausting. Barely holding back tears, I turn my head to face Yuri. To my surprise, she then approaches me and crouches to my eye level. That's why I'm worried about you. I really want to help you, Austin. I shake my head, my eyes not leaving hers despite my tears starting to fall. There's no point. Even if you tried, it wouldn't change a thing. I've hurt everyone enough. I don't want you to waste your time and energy on me. Yuri sighs. Can I ask you something? I shrug once again. I guess. She gently grabs hold of my hand again. Instead of pulling away, I look back at her gentle violet eyes. And this might seem a tad direct, but how did it start? How did what start? The cutting, Austin. How did it all begin? My body freezes up. I'm not cutting. I shake my head in denial. He squeezes my hand gently, silently calling my bluff. It helps make you feel more comfortable. I still have some scars of my own. My expression shifts into one of disbelief. You do? She nods at my unattended admission. It was before you were part of this club. I used to be absolutely awful for it, even to the point where it had become my go-to coping mechanism. But I was eventually able to confide in Monika about it, and she was able to help me control those urges. I turned looking out the window and nodded to myself. After a moment, I tilted my head and my eyes flickered back towards Yuri. Who told you? I mumbled under my breath. Pardon? How about my arms, Yuri? Who told you? My tone gets snappy. As Yuri stalls the door open, Yuri and Natsuki walk in. Yuri's face dropped as soon as she saw me staring back at her. I glance back at Yuri and she nods. I reach for my chair, causing her to look away. Sayori. My voice trembles, sounding more like gravel and verging on becoming a frustrated growl. You told. The same growl softens to a whimper. There's silence for a moment. Sounds apart from the pitter-patter of the rain outside. Did you? In the moment, I raised my voice with a very panicked crack. What follows is more silence. She did, yeah. She told me too. We're all worried about you, Austin. You need help. Nancy whimpers as she speaks. I find myself gliding at her in complete disbelief. There's a few thoughts rolling around in my head, but each and every one of them are fragmented and scattered. I take a step back and shake my head. Eventually, one thought sticks out from the whirlpool. I look between the three of them, each of them in various states of upset and distress, but I can't stay. I sigh and look down. Fuck this, I'm done. Without another sound out of anybody, I fetch my bag, sling it over my shoulder, and head straight out the door. I go halfway down the hall before I hear the clubroom door swing open, footsteps booting down the hall. Austin, wait up! I keep walking. Someone calls out to me again. I ignore her once more, still walking. I then feel her grab my shoulder. In response, I spin around. The suddenness of my mood startle her. Austin, let me explain. Explain what, Sayori? That it's supposed to be something personal only for you to tell everyone else? I don't want them to know. Hell, I don't want you to know. Austin, I'm not here because I'm scared. They're scared. Chris, we're all worried about you. I scoff. Yeah, so worried you'll go behind my back. What was I supposed to do then, Austin? Will you keep doing it like there's nothing wrong with it? Because I'm starting to feel like you've grown numb to it. I remain silent, neither confirming or denying that last part. Please, Austin, we're really trying to help you. I know, don't you think I realize that? I know I need help, but for you to go behind my back and tell them something that you swore was a secret? Yes, I'll admit that I should have done better. But with how erratic you've been, they would have found out eventually. I have a manner that I know fully well comes of uncharacteristically arrogant of me. Yeah, like that helps. For fuck's sake, Austin, just listen to me. We can't help you if you keep shutting us out all the time. I jolt back, a bit surprised as she yells. Sure, she's sworn before, but never with this much intensity. Her tone then suddenly shifts to a softer one. Austin, you're like a brother to me. Seeing you like this, well, it breaks my heart. It reminded me of how I was. With that last sentence, his voice becomes a trailing whisper. There's a silence between us for what feels like forever. Please, say something. I shake my head and start to walk back from her. Austin, where are you going? I turn my heel and start walking faster. It doesn't take long for Zuri to catch up with me. She pulls me by my sleeve. Austin, please don't go. Let me go! Zuri lets go and slinks back as my voice breaks with it almost sounding like a whimper. After a moment of just staying there in stunned silence, I just continue walking until I'm out of the building. I don't plan on coming back. Damn. Once in my room, I sling my bag down against the cabinet. Hands on my bed, face first into the pillow. I scream into as hard as I can, the pillow acting as a semi-decent seal around my mouth. Eventually, though, my screams dissolve into sobs. That's right, lay there and mope. It's already really good for now, isn't it? As the voice inside my head continues to batter me, I internally damn myself for how I acted back at the club. Sure, it's a bit scary, but I didn't need to raise my voice. I'm such an idiot. I start smacking my head against the pillow. Such a stupid fucking idiot. I should listen to Sarah yesterday. It was a bloody mistake going back. God, why had to be so fucking stubborn? I breathe out my mouth for a bit before turning around to look up at my ceiling. My breaths go shallow and my vision becomes blurred. I'm getting exhausted. Soon enough, I let that exhaustion overcome me. I don't care how long I'm out for. I just need rest. That's fair. But I think that might do. Oh, Tempest. What? Time. It catches up with all things in the end. It knows not reason nor rhyme. Nor does it care for those you try to defend. It's a phantom devouring all in its path. I won't let it catch me. Fall from a high rise, I wouldn't be seen till sunrise. Leap in front of a train, it'd be quick, efficient, void of pain. Slice my throat wide open with a knife, I may writhe in pain. It all runs through my head. Alas, time still looms overhead. I need an out. I'll soon see you. I'll run out of time before you can even devour me too. Damn. Just damn. I open my eyes once more. I grab my phone and turn it on the screen. Damn. Jeez. Rather shakelessly, I start to get up. Once in my bed, just stand there for a bit. I almost woke about 3 times before after I dozed off. Even then, my limbs feel numb. Wiping my face with my hands, I make my way to the bathroom. I flick the light and immediately head to the sink. I run the tap so that the water is as cold as possible. After a couple minutes, I move my face closer towards the sink. As I splash the AC water against my face, I feel a chill shoot down my spine. Oh, well, at least I'm actually awake now. After I dry my face, I look up and meet my pale, unkempt, unshaven reflection. I stare and he stares right back. To some degree, I can hardly recognize the figure in the mirror. I slowly breathe out of my mouth. My subconscious takes over for the upteenth time. Look at you, you're disgusting. Nothing but a shallow, miserable, disposable husk of the person you can convince yourself you are. Because in the end, you're still that same mopey little fucker you were years ago. I go through the bathroom drawers. I open one of the drawers. Peering into it, I notice some of my mom's old razors. Oh god, no. See Monica again? No. And you see her again? No. Yep, you're desperate. I look back up at my reflection. It's back at me in disgust. Just leave me alone, please. I need this. Of course you do. Sarah was right. You have grown numb to this. Keep running out of your fucking mouth. Getting mouthy, yeah? You've been doing that a lot lately, haven't you? Especially at Sayori. Just how the hell has she put up with you for this long? I bit my lip tightly. I begin to mumble to myself. Get out of my head. Please just get out of my head. My reflections be laughs back at me in my pleas. The dry, crackling laugh echoes around the confines of the room. Eventually, though, aside from the faint noise emitting from the water pipes, it all falls silent. I start to step back from the mirror, my breathing slowly becoming more and more erratic. My fingers start to twitch. The voice in my head whispers to me, if you're gonna do it, then hurry up. Get on with it. And turn and head back to my room. My dark nature throwing me off balance, I wobble my way to my desk. I manage to grab hold of the paper I scrolled onto while still awake after my initial rest. I don't really call it a poem, it's more akin to the tangent of a man at war with his own mind. Though couldn't that be said of most poets? My eyes friendly scanned the scribbled lines written upon the paper until my eyes fixate on one line in particular. I repeat the line and its proposed scenario multiple times in my head. Quick, efficient, void of pain. In short, the out I'm looking for. The train station's only about 20 minutes away from the school. Better than ever, I suppose. When the paper dripped out of my hands, I rushed to get my jacket from the back of my door. I already ended up passing out in a shirt and some jeans late yesterday, so that's one step out of the way already. Zipping myself up, I get my shoulders on and head towards the door. Before I head downstairs, I stand in the doorway for a brief moment. I process my intentions before casting any immediate doubt aside. What's the holdup? You say it yourself, you just need it now. So get on with it. Running to myself, I head downstairs and unlock the door. I step outside. It's quite chilly, rather so for summer. Then again, it is the middle of the night, so it does check out. I close the door, not bothering to lock it. I turn to my left, and my eyes land in Sarah's house, focusing on her bedroom window. It seems her light is still on. I try to keep walking, but I can't keep my eyes I can't keep my eyes off her window. For a moment, I swear to see a flash of coral pass by. Whether that's actually the case, or is all my lack of sleep, I'm not actually sure. What I am sure of, though, is that it's the pit forming in my stomach. Though it's not usually the usual sick feeling I've been getting for the past few weeks. I might get tempted to press on with my plan, but I just stand there, frozen in place, frozen in time. Minutes pass, each feeling like hours. Eventually, though, I bring myself to move once again. But I don't continue on my intended path. I end up rushing back inside. Despite feeling dizzy, I stumble my way into the kitchen. I lean against the kitchen counter, breathing heavily as a hot flush overcomes me. So what the hell was I thinking? After a few more moments, I head towards the fridge. I open it and my eyes drift towards the glass bottles. Ah, I see how it is. You'd rather drink your life away. I ignore my subconscious as my eyes. I grab hold of a half-empty bottle of sake. I've never really been much of a drinker, but I guess that can change. I open the bottle and put it to my mouth. My nose catches a slight fruity scent. I take a swig and almost immediately spit it out. Fuck me, that's bitter. Christ, how can my mother drink that? I leave the bottle on the side for a little while. My parents drink sake at sushi restaurants. Soon enough, though, I pick it up and attempt to drink once more. The bitterness remains, but I manage to drink more of the bottle. It doesn't take me long to finish it off. I go leave the empty bottle on the side, but my grip ends up slipping. The glass scatters as the ball smashes against the lament flooring. I stare down at the mess shortly before heading back upstairs. I kept to the hallway before I stopped my tracks once again. Multiple thoughts pollute my mind. The vast majority of them would concern those around me. How they even concern me. The thoughts keep slowing as I make a quick detour into my bedroom. It's a quick trip as I retrieve the knife in my drawer. The same one I've used each time before. It's still stained by slight bend of my dried blood and tears. I held to my eye level, my breathing growing deep and shallow the longer I gaze at its steel blade. I turn to the bathroom and lean in front of the mirror. My eyes fixate on the sink, then occasionally flicking to and from the knife. Feels like my arms are just waiting for my brain to send the signal to send it on its way. Even now, I'm trying to resist that urge. Even though in my heart I know that slip could merely be a moment or so away. Here's the question of when that moment would exactly be. I twirl the hill around my clenched palm. I breathe in and out as I try to contemplate every possible scenario. It feels like a storm in my head, even with every thought reaching out and gasping for air. Inhaling deeply, I press the blade horizontally against my skin. My hand trembles and my breathing grows shakier. Do it. Don't keep stalling, Austin. I press against my arm harder, definitely leaving a mark of some sort. Still, neither hand nor knife budge. Doubt re-enters my already swarming mind, causing me a second to grasp myself. You what? Afraid to fill that out you wanted? My arm falls on my side, my hand still tightly holding the hilt. You're right, I am afraid. Afraid of losing everybody I've got here. Ah, yes, the same people you're pushing away by any chance? I'm silent for a moment. I know the voice is right. I just want to see Moni again. Is that too much to ask? Again with this Monika shit? How much more are you gonna keep going on about her? It's always Monika this, Monika that. I love her, okay? But nothing. Just come back down to earth and stop yelling at yourself in the mirror for once in your miserable life. She's gone. You need to move on. You were there when she got buried, Austin. Stop being in fucking denial. I slammed my fist against the mirror and rage over to the voice in my head. That's the clearest it's ever been. Something that hits me. All these thoughts I've been having. Have I been vocalizing them all this time? I shudder at the thought. If I'm only listening to this now, just how long have I been like this? For as long as you've been hearing voices, Austin. I look blankly at myself in the mirror. I'm exactly the voice previously described me. Well, or how I described myself. A husk. I then notice my hands in the cabinet under the mirror, relaxing my hands and letting go of the stained kitchen knife. And after what feels like forever, my eyes drift down to the drawers. I open the one I had earlier and pull out a small box. I lean in the sink and frantically open it. Oh, jeez. Ripping when I fumble with the plastic. Never should be afraid to steal from its feeble confinement. In my hands, I now have a small and surprisingly cold blade. My hands are trembling and sweaty, but I manage to hold on. I raise my left arm and stare down towards it, focusing on both my hand and forearm. My eyes trace my veins through my skin. It doesn't take long for me to put seal to skin, placing its edge just under my hand. The touch sends a small bit of bile up my throat. I close my eyes in hopes to quell any and all apprehension I may have. I breathe in my teeth as I press the furthest corner of the small blade deeper into my skin. I start mumbling incoherently for a moment as I start to whisper in full sentences. Come on, it's just one swift, effortless slice. That's all it takes. You only get to be with her again just like you wanted. Don't do it. Don't. I know you should be doing this because I'm thinking about right now. I don't want to be with her again. Don't. No. Don't. No. Just one. No. Don't. I exhale on the blade to the floor as I do so, however I keep my eyes shut. Everything falls silent except for my soft breathing. That breathing suddenly sounds as I feel something warm begin to trickle down my arm. I open my eyes and look down at my left arm. My eyes are met with a steady stream of crimson running down and dripping slowly onto the floor. The more I stare at the sea of cuts and slashes, the more my arm throbs and my chest soon grows tighter. It's okay. You've done this before, Austin. You'll live, and that cut will heal, like it always does. Yeah, I mean... I've had the same thoughts before where I told myself it'll all be okay. I mean, I don't think I've ever told you guys this, but around like a year or something ago, like a year or two ago, I was having thoughts myself of unaliving. So I mean, I've gotten well past that now, but it was that time where I was struggling with college class and just things weren't going great. But yeah, just a year or two ago, I had thoughts of unaliving myself. So yeah, definitely wasn't good. I was going through depression, and yeah, I was definitely having thoughts about unaliving myself, but I got through it. I had people there for me. So yeah, it's definitely a scary thing to go through. It's a very scary thing to go through. It's definitely not obviously not good, but it's definitely a scary thing to go through because I mean you're having those thoughts and it's like, am I actually gonna do this? Or like you need people around you to support you. You need people around you to support you. That is the most important thing. Having people around you that care about you and to help you through it. That is the most important thing. With curiosity taking over, I run my finger down. Wait, what? Up the fresh wound, not down. After I breathe shallow breaths. Okay. Where my, I prod where my vein might be. Why? Because we jump back a bit. Hyperventilate my quiet hush breaths coupled with the sound reality of this situation, bringing me back to down to earth. What have I done? My daughter in the bathroom. The beddies are downstairs. Despite the sudden flurry worries circling around my brain, my body still feels drained. Normally in situations like this, you usually have some form of adrenaline kicking or something like that. But nope, nothing of the sort happens. I'm just dawdling towards the stairs. I make it to the top of the staircase, time to walk down. But I can't bring myself to walk. A hot flush overcomes me, almost bringing me to my knees. I yelp in pain and look towards my arm. I'm losing more blood. At this point, someone's even dripping on the laminate floor. I bring myself back to my feet, and rather than hang downstairs, I head to my bedroom. I need to call someone. Quickly walking towards my desk, I pick up my phone. I heard the screen screen and go to my contacts. In a haze, I tapped the most recent one. I put it up to my ear. It buzzed and buzzed, seemingly without an end. Come on, please pick up. Austin? He says, tired voice fills my ears. What's going on? Sorry, I gulp. Always shaky. I fucked up. I drift towards my wound. I remain silent while Stone's serious voice plummets into concern. She's been concerned ever since Monika's death, but this is probably the most concerned she's been. At this point, it's bordering on a panic. I'm coming over! Her voice noticeably cracks. Call an ambulance. I'm losing a lot. A lot of blood. Another hot flash overcomes me and my phone slips from my faltering grasp. My body starts to shiver as I collapse onto my bed. I end up having to use the end panel on my bed to give me some semblance of support. My breathing becomes shallow and quicker for what feels like the millionth time in the last couple of hours. I suddenly hear a door open from downstairs. Austin? I take it from my bed, but my arms are feeling weak. As a matter of fact, my body's starting to feel numb. As soon as I hear Story rushing up, I try getting to my feet once more. Alas, it's to no avail. Austin, what's going on? Oh my god, Austin, what did you do? Her pain, borderline terrifying expression reverberates out in my mind as it freezes in place. My mouth drops slightly open, but nothing but my shallow breaths, but a few hushed words come out. Sorry, I falls on the watch Story's eyes, trace the crimson trail that had formed my carpet, carried on my bedsheets, and leads up to my partially drenched left arm. As her frozen eyes slowly return towards me, I look away and my eyes move towards the ground. A lump comes in my throat. I really screwed up now, didn't I? Voice cries. I look back into Story's baggy sky blue eyes. Her eyes appear glassy, the initial look of disgust having started to shift into sorrow. I clearly imagine what she's thinking. Someone she's known since she was a kid, barely holding on because of his seeming inability to move on. Surely one hell of a scene to walk in on. I shouldn't have asked you to come over. I'm sorry I wasn't thinking clearly. Tears start to pour and my vision becomes more and more blurred. Even now, so much to hurt the ones I love. Guess I'm just doomed to keep doing that. As quickly as I look away, Story comes closer. She plays a hand on my cheek, gently brushing away my tears with her thumb. I'm glad you did. I shouldn't known it would get this bad. The look in her eyes is one I'm more than familiar with. Please don't blame yourself for this. This is all on me. I gently grab hold of her hand and move it from my face. Sayori, don't. Her eyes lock back into mine and I fall silent once more. I can't tell whether it was because she might have known what I was going to say or simply because I said her name, but her look was more than enough to hush me. My lip quivers. Where's your bandages? My voice comes out as a hushed whisper. They're in the kitchen. Story moves to my side. She proceeds to wrap around my neck before hoisting one of mine around hers. Where are we going? We're going to drive before the ambulance gets here. I'm not leaving you up here on your own. Her fiery eyes and furrowed brow plead with me to follow her. I think of slight nod and we start walking. We keep walking. I grasp on the Story tightly. For all I know, I could black unclose at any given moment. All the while, I swear my heart's slowing down. That's what it feels like anyway. My head starts to feel lighter as we near the stairs. Story lets me go, and I hold on the banister for support. She looks back to me with a wary yet hopeful smile. Don't strain yourself, Austin. Just take my hand. She holds out her hand. After a pause, I start slowly raising my arm towards her. How I end up collapsing. I groan in pain. Austin! She rushes over to me and despite some struggle is able to pull me up into a sitting position. She keeps shaking me and asking me things but I can't make out most of what she's saying. The world around me feels like it's slowly becoming nothing but blurs and muffled, indistinct sounds. I try to stammer out anything audible, but I can't. I can't tell if I'm convulsing, having a panic attack, or if I'm dying. I think it's all the above. Soon enough, I start feeling myself drifting off. In spite of that, somehow manages to come through. Please, I don't want to lose you too. It's my blurry vision. I still make a heart-pleading expression. Oh, jeez. Not even a single word. I'm starting to go dizzy. Desperation seems to be taking control of her, so it grips my shirt. Please just say something. Her voice breaks as she begs, but her plea might as well have fallen on deaf ears. My heartbeat starts slowing down and I start to give the sensation that I'm falling to some degree. Despite that, though, I start to drift onto unconsciousness. And I hear them coming. Austin? Austin, stay with me! Austin! Oh, damn. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. After it feels like an eternity, I open my eyes. And, yep, we're on the roof. To my surprise, I find myself on a rooftop. But it's not just any rooftop. It's the school's roof. It's a place where both Monika and I spent the most of our time together aside from the club and outside of school. More than that, it's a place where we first confessed our love for one another. I smiled to myself and I can't but be a little curious. Why here? Why now? Am I dead? I pat myself all over. Nope, seemingly somewhat alive. I looked down towards my arms. Miraculously, the wounds seemed to have vanished. As my arms relaxed and dropped to my sides, I found myself walking towards the wire fence. Soon enough, I'm standing face to face with it. I go hold the fence with one hand as I gaze out into the distance. The city still remains. I look down. Again, exactly as I remember it. I reach gently through part of this as I gaze longingly. I go close my eyes and just soak in the atmosphere. Yep, okay. And before we move on with this and, talk to Monika, as this is the getting towards the very end of the mod, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Doki Doki Within Remastered. Next time will probably be the end of this remaster playthrough. This will probably be the end of this mod. And yeah, this is literally the last playthrough I'm doing on this mod, more than likely, because this is just for better quality. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like down below if you enjoyed this on Doki Doki Within Remastered. Click that subscribe if you're new and want to see more of this game and more of the other games I play on the channel in the future. Make that red button great down below. Click on that bell. Click on all so that you're notified when I post videos, my content. See you all in the next episode for the ending. And well, after this mod, we move on. And after this mod, we'll be moving on. And I guess I'll see whether I play Doki Doki the original or Shadow Time Rewind. See you all later, though. Hope you all enjoyed. Yeah, we are not okay. See you all in the next one for probably the finale. Peace out.